All right, get this party started. Hold on. But yeah, like I said, um, basically, I'm going to be building on top of what I've already built. As you can see, like I said, I try to tell folks, we got everything built over here. You understand, multiple platforms. Like I said, we get all the marketing and circulation. I average thousands of views almost every single day. Okay. So again, I'm going to be creating and building multiple sources of income, and my digital hustle is very significant because look at all the results I produced already. Now, imagine those results in double. Okay. Yep. Double trouble. That's right. I said it. I tried to tell you I got jokes. I tried to tell you. Double trouble. Hmm. So moving forward, moving on, like I said, basically everybody's sitting there having to watch me succeed as usual. I'm the king and the Don Dada and the boss, the BOSSMAN, and these folks are phased by my confidence, right? I think it's so funny, man. There was a reading and a download came out right now. It was talking about that somebody out there thinks I don't listen. Well, where the hell do you get these concepts from? That's what I need to know. See, folks don't seem to get that their point of view is jaded and it doesn't exist. It's called, delusion. So what do you mean? Oh, I definitely listen. If I don't listen and anyone out there feels like I don't listen, it's probably because I don't listen to you, right? Because why would I listen to somebody who's doing everything the wrong way? Why would I listen to anyone or need to listen to anyone if I own more equity and assets than everybody combined, have made and spent more money than your entire government combined, and anyone who ever existed, mind you? Let's not forget about that. Okay. So if I have the results, and then with the Batman project, I technically invested millions of dollars into it. It's been extremely successful, more successful than any project I've ever seen. Accomplished more than the Fed, CIA, and FBI combined. What they've accomplished in the last 6,000 years since the beginning of time, right? I have accomplished more, literally. And I'm just barely getting started. I'm 3 years in, 3.5 years now, which is a beautiful thing to say. And, you know, for me, like I said, what I want for my career and, what would really make me happy, and this is just the way I am, I'm extremely ambitious. I want 10 years, solid 10 years uh, of work on the Batman project. Okay. 10 solid years in New York. That's what I want. And like I said, also expanding and, becoming, getting a passport, becoming fully operational worldwide. And of course, working on not only the East Coast, but the West Coast as well. I'm planning to do all of these things. That's what I do. Somebody the other day had some smart remark like, all these folks always do. I mean, these folks talk so much, bro. Like real talk. Even out here, it's just all anybody does is talk and talk nonsense that doesn't exist, and everybody is this and that, and I mean, it's just crazy. And I evaluate it so much differently because the more they talk, I know that they don't have any position on anything and they haven't accomplished anything. The folks that make the most noise, like I said, in any room, who's the weakest one in the room? The loudest one in the room, even if it's the way you dress, right, is usually the weakest one in the room. The one who's the most powerful is the one who's quiet. And that's what I am. I'm quiet and reserved. And I don't even speak because I've noticed that these narcissists, what they like to do is they just like basically blurt out statements and say things that don't exist, right? And whatever they say it a certain way, and they're doing it to try to elicit a response and a reaction, right? So that's the thing. Like, I've learned, like, number one, Like, I still speak, but I've just learned the game. I've learned that like it's better to just not conversate at all. That's why I just stay quiet because, you get what I'm saying? If somebody's looking for a reaction or response, well, then the best thing is to just not respond. Even if they're just sitting there looking like, why is he not talking? Well, because it's self-explanatory. I mean, if you're speaking to me, you got to talk to me correct. I mean, I'm a boss and I'm a grown man. And this is a man's world. Like I said, everybody has to respect a man. And it's just that simple, especially a real man like me, because I'm the only real man who ever existed. So, you know, like I said, I've heard a lot of things get said online that make absolutely no coherent sense. And the world has already vouched for me in reality, and my success has already spoken volumes. And like I said, I'm going to end up expanding on this platform as well, creating multiple sources of income right in front of you, as you can see. And that's what's coming next around the corner. Okay. While folks like Rob Rack can barely do a live stream here and there, I'm expanding and creating multiple sources of income. Okay. And these folks don't get how close I am. I'm about one step away. Like I said, I think God is going to give me the right opportunity. He said doors are going to open, and all in good time. It may not be here, but it'll happen in good time, and it'll happen in the right place at the right time. We'll see what happens. If not, if anything does come through, it'll probably be just a stepping stone to get started. So that's the thing. Like, God told me I have to be patient. Um, there's some more stuff going on today. I saw like serious major stuff that you know shows me that it's a good thing that I haven't moved yet. A very good thing. It's a good thing that I waited and I've been patient. And what I mean by that is that trying to listen to these readings all the time, it gets difficult. So a lot of times I be translating them, and I try to translate them right. And a lot of them were saying, move now, do this now. I mean, like I said, not quite ready for that. It's a little bit too fast, a little bit too quick. We're jumping ahead of ourselves. The readings could be behind, and they may be thinking, they may be talking as if I haven't left when I left Texas, man. Like I said, I own everything. I'm good, Gucci there. You know what I mean? I'll be back whenever I want. As usual, this is what I do, travel and vacation and expand my territory, and then I come back. Same thing every single time. Everything's solidified. That was my only job, secure my assets and get going. I spent years there doing this project and was mad successful with it. And I don't know what that's about, but it all worked out. And I think like everything, like God keeps telling me, I think it's all going to work out to my benefit. I think everything is going to work out to my benefit because the universe is on my side. God is with me and on my side. And if God is with me, who can be against me? You feel me? So, like I said, that's where I'm at with it. I don't know what other folks are doing. I don't know what they got going on. And I could care less. I only focus on me. I only pay attention to me. I don't worry about other folks. I don't worry about what they're doing. I don't worry about what they got going on. Here, I'm gonna get a water. Should have one. Yep. Like that's the thing, man. You got to have resources. It takes time, and I'm already getting a lot going. It's totally different up here. It's nothing but opportunity, and I know these folks are in their feelings. I know they big mad. They are not happy customers right now. Oh, they are not. I mean, you got to understand what they saying right now. Like, I already know what they saying. They like, man, so he just successfully defeated the cartel. Okay, he shuts down cartel illegal operations in his sleep, right? He's literally, come up against all the gangs and won and defeated them all. Yeah, 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 yes, yes. In the valley and everywhere else, right? That comprises of Kentucky, Oklahoma, all over Texas, right? All these little, different parts, Dallas, right? Um, all these places, Irving, Fort Worth. You understand, technically, I've actually, been running the Batman project for over 2 decades, pretty much, something like that. I invested millions into it. Technically, it's just I only counted the last 3 to 4 years because that's when I invented the bat suit and came out like that. But technically, worked all over the country. I've exposed corruption in Oklahoma and Green Bay, Wisconsin, for sure. Completely won up there. I mean, I completely won. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like when we speak, especially to me, make sure that we're acknowledging basic reality of what I've accomplished. I completely won in Green Bay. I've won everywhere, right? So I've technically worked in all these different states already. And in my journal, I put a check mark next to wherever I've worked, and I'm coming back to all these places and I'm coming back with my true identity. So, you know, this is my career. This is what I do. And what's going to happen is that eventually they're going to license me and I'm probably going to be able to build my own agency that, like I said, is able to rescue and save people and, to protect the youth. And, that's the thing. Like these, I'm hoping that I can get enough money together and get licensing to build an agency that's able to actually respond to Amber Alerts, and I'll be able to go rescue them. Literally, that's what I'm trying to do, where I can rescue them and save lives and defend and protect the youth because nobody else is. Tell me when I'm lying, right? And that's what I'm, part of my direction of what I'm trying to do. And it's a big deal, and it would be televised. It would be on camera. I'd have GoPros and everything, probably a GoPro on my front, GoPro on my back, filming, and you would see what I'm actively doing, and I'm talking about, I believe that one of these agencies like Secret Service, CIA, Feds, FBI, right? As much as I say the truth, and I could care less who likes it, that's what you have to do. You have to say the truth regardless. This is not a popularity contest, okay? I'm a grown man. So you have to understand, like, I'm stating the truth. It doesn't matter how folks feel about it. But one of them agencies is someone is going to give me an opportunity somewhere and they're going to pay me big money. And I think they're going to give me pretty much complete leeway, right? Like these agencies and government agencies have. And I'm going to have basically no rules to follow and I get to do what I want. On that note, like I said, that's all I'm going to be doing, man, working towards building this. I'm out here building my own corporation. Sneed Enterprises is being built in front of your eyes. Everything, like I said, as far as a girlfriend, I mean, any woman that wants to talk to me and holler at me, they're gonna have to show some support. Like I said, donate, leave a phone number. It's that simple. And I need somebody behind me who's gonna put some money behind me. I don't care who it is. We can be friends at least, and we can talk. And like I said, nah, I'm lonely as hell. I'll tell you what it is. Super lonely. You know what I mean? Been lonely for a minute. And it's kind of funny because people say things that are irrelevant, like, nah, it's a different kind of lonely. Like it's not something that like it's okay. Like I don't mind it, and it's taught me a lot. But it's come to the point that I'm going to be getting out of that, just like I got out of everything. I'm in a whole new place. I'm a whole new being, a whole new person. Um, Everything is fresh, and God told me, like, basically let everything go from the past, which I've done, and move forward. So, like I said, I'm just saying I need a woman who's going to support me. I don't care about anything else. I don't even care what you look like at this point. If you 800 pounds and bigger than a mammoth, it's okay, honey. Okay, as long as you got that checkbook in that pocketbook, we okay. How do I look? You look great today, baby. $50. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. You look fantastic. You're slimming well. Today we're gonna hop on that treadmill. So I don't know what you mean because I don't, I'm making jokes here. Sorry, I'm getting a little carried away. You know what I mean? But that's what I do. I train them. Get you right, baby. You train you. That's what I do. I train folks. In the fitness and everything. So yeah, like I said, it is what it is. But me, it is what it is, man. Like I said, like it's simple arithmetic. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's the thing. They got to move around and dance around, and nobody cares. And I don't care what women do, and I don't listen to women. That's why I'm successful. And they got to waste their time gossiping and making up stories and lies on my name. And all they do is talk. They don't know how to do anything else. And like I said, let them do what they do. Let these folks hate and watch that money pile up. That next check up over 129 bucks. I'll be doing some more live streams and shows. I'll be doing videos. We're gonna get our money, man. We're gonna get our money. You know what I mean? I did all this by myself. They got to acknowledge and admit it. I won all across the board. I'll be back.